Let's go now. 90 Wolf. 61 Matchbox Lights.
On first down, Copeland. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
Recon, 132 final. 37.
To throw, it's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
37. 14 spill.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end, it's Ertz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Bengals take over. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! At their own 25-yard line. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Copeland. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Eric Murray that time there to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Looking to throw. Copeland. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Point after. after try forthcoming. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Bengals nothing. Elliott Fry set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Set 60 Pittsburgh.
Come on, D. 58, boys, 58, 58.
Hey, lock it.
Come on, boy.
Ready?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Copeland. Complete to his tight end Sample. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Hey, orbit.
From the gun, Copeland. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 2nd and 14. And the pressure gets to him again. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he... Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, Charlie.
He's crossing.
You draw Corkers. 5-7.
Wentz. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside, and they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And some dangerous territory. Already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 21-0 our score after one. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Copeland. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Barnett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's Eifert. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Back to throw. Copeland. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So now 2 pick-sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this 2nd one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
And now look at him go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing his Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Copeland. He gets this one to Boyd. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's a 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
24.
Ready?
To throw on 2nd down. Copeland. He's going to air one out. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
58, Mike. Watch the run. Let's go.
Back to throw. Copeland. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because
under pressure again, and down he goes again.
the amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Wentz now on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Wentz. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Connor. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
57 to Mike.
74. Hey, Echo.
Wentz now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, some of those windows that throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Hey, Haywood!
Switch gears.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Copeland looking deep, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Cravon LeBlanc with a pick, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
82.
Here's Wentz to throw. Got an open man, it's Aitman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Play action. Now Wentz. Throw left side taken in by Aitman. And out of bounds right around the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz flushed out right. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now Wentz again. And this is caught by Jackson. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 1st down, Wentz. Ertz has it left side. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Wentz to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Seventh play in the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo! Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot! Done! We're done!
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. On 2nd and 7, Wentz. The Sanders has got it complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Shotgun now for Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Mike 57. I know he ain't got it.
Here.
Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that?
Hey, Rip 5-2, out here.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Here we go. Waiting.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Throwing on first is Wentz. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
65.
Come on now. Come on.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Kill, kill, kill.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to air it out deep. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Eric Murray. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Five.
He's coming, double up. Check.
Other side, solid.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 33 yards that time.
33 yards on the play. First down, Eagles.
Greystone, travel. 81.
Into the red zone. Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights. Now, meanwhile, over in Baltimore, that is now a 2-touchdown game with the Steelers in the driver's seat. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have the football at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. 1 play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing. and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And some strong running. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Copeland. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 23 yards on the play. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Going deep downfield for Ross, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and run with Mixon, and he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
It's 2nd and 8 at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Sunday.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wins. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, that last completion is certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 49. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll go again with Sanders. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Come on now. Let's go.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Wentz. Left side here to Sanders. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
From the red zone now, Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those